Mortal men not convinced that the eternal and the Heavenly Father understands the future are grappling in darkness and hitting their heads against the wall, not knowing what is coming upon the earth and what to do and where to go and everything like that. Now, people are telling the president that, oh, this foreign policy is so disconnected or whatever. But who knows the future? I mean, people have been saying, oh, yes, this is what it's going to be, and end up being something else. Nobody saw the Soviet Union collapse, but I've been telling them a long time ago, telling them that the Soviet Union ain't going nowhere. Now, my video that I'm trying to make now is to talk that if the Soviet Union were to reconstitute itself, and this is what the problem is, people are fighting that this don't happen because they don't want a Cold War again, and they're afraid that, you know, if Soviet Union reconstitute is going to be a threat to the world and all that. And you know what? The Soviet Union ain't nothing. Even if they reconstitute again, they're going to be similarly nothing. I mean, they might be doing it now for economic reasons, and I'm not going to sweat it if Ukraine and Minsk and Czechostan or whatever the name, all them stand them come back together. I don't even care. You know, what we need to care more is the Roman Empire. You'd be amazed to know it's not the communists, it's the Pope is the problem. And you know what? All these systems have been used by the Pope and the Catholic Church to frustrate folks. And now folks don't even know who the real enemy is. Now, the Soviet Union really was just a competition to bankrupt us. That was what it was. It wasn't anything serious that's going to really work or anything like that. And I don't know why folks were scared of it. The Canadian Prime Minister used to say, man, you know, this thing has got us up late at night. They're doing all these drills. Get on the desk, the Soviets attacking. Shit thing happened. This is not a part of the future. I don't even know if the Soviet Union is a part of the 10 came out to Germany. I ain't really got time to track that down or whatever. Okay. Yeah, so that people, some camp imp or whatever you name this evangelist on the radio, he's talking about the EU, European Union. They're going to 15 and they're going to 18, and then you know what, they're going to just come back to 10. That's going to be just what the Bible predicted. But you know, this guy is such a joke. It's not even 10. The Bible did say there were 10 toes or 10 horns, but in the second vision, okay, 10 toes on this image of a man. But then when it came with the nondescript beast with 10 horns, that was a repetition of the vision and taking it to the next level. And it says a horn uprooted 3. So if you have 10 and you take away 3, you have 7. And the Bible says the one replaced the 3 that it uprooted, so you have 8. So it's not even a 10 right now, because a history professor from one of the California University has something on the internet where he did track down where the Ostrogoths and the Vandals were written off by the Vatican. The Ostrogoths, the Vandals, and the Heruli. What happened? They imbibed a philosophy from a priest who came from Egypt, Alexandria. His name was Arius, and he came with this Arianism thing, and this is what Hitler, I think, was practicing out there. It's some kind of voodoo. I never really check into what it is, because I don't really check into voodoo and all. I don't waste time with that. Okay, I don't check into stupid stuff. All right, and so they subscribe to this, and because you remember that the tribes accepted Judaism when Rome was having them divided by putting them against each other. But when Judaism got up there and they studied the Bible and they got a little, start getting smart, and they started to love one another, and they took off and they were able to smash Rome. And so Rome fought back and make 3 tribes evil. They went away from the Judeo-Christian philosophy, and then he was able to go and write them off. And that's what's really happening in the world today, with all this evil that you see spreading across America and spreading across Europe and spreading across the world. It's making it easy for the Antichrist to come and knock you off. So while you look into the Soviet Union and look into North Korea or the Middle East, Iran or something like that, it's the Antichrist looking to knock you in your head. So he's making the whole world evil. Halloween, Ouija board, all these various forms, Haiti voodoo and all that stuff. And eventually folks are going to come to the place where they're going to just hand over all they have. Say, man, you take this country and run it, okay? But that has happened in the past with Rome, and some other places. I'm saying that this time around is different in that the Antichrist, the Pope would have time to kill as much as they want to kill. Now, this Jesuit guy, Pope Francis, he seemed to be threatening the world and telling us, you better unite or whatever. I didn't even check out the threat is. But you got to be scared of him because Michael, the Archangel Michael, which is Jesus Christ, says he's going to defend his people. I won't rule out that some people aren't going to be killed, but they will not have a chance to kill us how they killed the Huguenots in France and all these other people who went to stop in the Reformation. This is a different time. This is the end time. And Jesus promised that when he comes, some of his saints are going to be dead, others are going to be alive, and together they're going to rendezvous and go to heaven with him and spend 1,000 years. So the Pope and them will not be able to kill all the Christians. Jesus is going to be protecting the folks, and there are going to be all kind of reasons why they can't kill certain people. Oh, somebody was wrong watching when they come to shoot the person. Oh, the gun didn't go off. Oh, he got sick this week. And all kinds of stuff, but it's not going to happen if God doesn't want it to happen. You see, when you read the Bible, it strengthens your faith in how God dealt with Israel. Now, the Syrians were on the hill. When Israel saw the Syrians, they started to get weak. They say, oh Lord, look at this, we lost already. And God said, let me open your eyes and see. And when the eyes were opened, they saw more angels around than the Syrians. Look when Gideon went down and got that army running. A couple guys went in there. They have the lamp covered over, and they just smashed and say the sword of Gideon and the Lord and all that. And then guys get up and start killing one another. Well, it's not only that. It's not that this trick was great, but the angels were in there and giving them illusions and stuff like that and causing them to kill one another. So it's going to be similar things going to happen. Again, the Jews pride themselves. They were walking around the wall of Jericho, and when they blew the trump, some people trying to say, you know what, when you blow the trump, the sudden blast, it sent out a sonic boom and it caused the wall to collapse. That's just being stupid. Listen, they were angels that tore up that wall. They were just being used as humans to develop the faith. But it's not their marching around causing it to fall down. It's the angels that knocked down that wall. When they sneaked in to spy on the land of Canaan, and that harlot saved them from the enemy and all that stuff. Now special forces using that to go behind borders and they try to hide and all that stuff. But you know what? When those spies went to spy out the land, God was working with them and he was blinding the eyes of the people so they couldn't even recognize, or by the time they recognized what was going on, they had already gone far. And when they tried to lock the gate, the harlot let them down through a basket out the wall and they just went on the way. I remember there was some place that was going to start a war, and the fellas so clever, they say, you know what, we're going to do a sudden bang, bang, bang. And so this was a third world country, and them fellas, they say, look man, you always have a bang, bang before. How the bang, bang happen? They're going to either send in some wooden something, drag some wooden thing, and they're going to glide in, and they're going to just think, but then how they get out? Maybe they come and extract them. Or they might come by the sea, or they might come in the sewer. You know what I mean? The guys know these are the ways they're going to come in to cause that shock and all. So the guys were waiting by the beach. And soon them fellas raise up and start to open some fire, and them boys turn back. You know? So, humans think they don't see that spiritual part. And I'm saying that the Soviet Union basically, even if it were to reconstitute, that's not the threat. And even the Antichrist and his people, with all this threat and what they're going to get all these armies of the world to work for them. Man, you see already some of these countries getting into some serious financial problems. They have to cut back on the military and all that kind of stuff. It's not going to work like the way these people are planning it. Okay? This is going to be a very neat takedown. Because God knows exactly what's going on. And he prevented fellows from developing nuclear war, because had there been nukes maybe in the 19th century or whatever, or the 20th century, then maybe the First World War they might have tried, because they hadn't any technology to understand exactly what it's going to do. So we had the atomic bomb, and we saw how bad it is, and we know that these nukes are many, many thousands times more powerful. So reasonable people, and not even reasonable people, even if Putin and them boys want to go to war and think they can use nuke, God is going to prevent them from using it, because he has already said that he's going to come and he's the one going to destroy the world, and people are going to be running from here and there trying to hide from his presence, and his saints going to be alive and translated, and those who are dead going to. That talks about a absence of any nuclear war. So humans, they don't want to read the Bible and have faith in the Bible, but everything is explained in there, and I don't worry about stuff. I didn't worry about the Soviet Union, and I'm not going to even worry if the Soviet Union were to reconstitute itself. I'm not even worried about the Pope. I'm not even worried about a whole bunch of stuff, because look, I've already studied this thing, and Jesus himself is going to be the one who's going to destroy this world. All right, so don't waste your time, trying to block Russia from getting Uzbekistan, whatever, them little Muslim little place at the border, Russia, whatever, to come back to the Soviet Union. It don't mean nothing. Even if Castro get a whole bunch of money, communism is dead. He of himself will say, we better do something else. We ain't serious about this communism. We're just trying to, whatever. What else? Even if Hitler were to come back again, his Nazi stuff ain't going nowhere. Okay? Just as how the Occupy failed, and just as how the democracy movement in the Middle East failing, the plan is going to come forward as is. So don't get worried about the Soviet Union, what they do. Don't get worried what Putin do. I mean, there isn't going to be no nuclear war. He's not going to invade the United States. He's not going to invade Germany. You know what I mean? He's doing what he thinks he needs to do, and as far as I'm concerned, as a private person, I'm not even worried about it. I'm going to just go to bed tonight and have a good night's rest. Wake up in the morning. If he invade Ukraine, that's their problem. I mean, I'm not going to sweat it. I'm not going to say, give me some boots and some bullets and let me go over there and see what I can do. I ain't got time with that, man. I got time to try to see how I can get something to eat tomorrow. You know what I mean? That's my hustle. And all them stuff, I'm not even worried about it, man. I'm just cool. So don't get worried. Don't let Putin and them fellas get you scared. Nothing ain't happen. Okay, things are already predicted. Things are going according to the plans. The Antichrist is the man to fear, but still, he's not going to be able to do what he wants to do, and everything is going to just be good.